The first electric tram was invented in Germany in 1881.
Everything
At that time,
started
there
in
was already
Germany.
a subway system in London, which was a...
Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to watch why German public transport is special. So German public transport is not something that we all know of, because normally what we hear is Denmark's cycling system or biking system, as you say, because everybody knows that how good they are with their bikes and every maintenance and those things. And also, like, public transport is very much known in whole of Europe, but not only in Germany. So we will see what Germany public transport has different according to all Europe or with the world itself. So let's watch this
video.
Ticket bitte.
What? But there were no ticket barriers.
Oh.
It took me a while to realize that public transport in Germany was not, in fact, free. When I first moved here, I was pretty overwhelmed by the whole system.
It is free?
Do I take the underground, the subway, the tram, the bus, or even the ferry, or a combination of all of them? How does public transport in Germany actually work, and how important is it for daily life here? Well, let's find out.
So you don't buy a ticket?
Germany is definitely more famous for its cars than its public transport. Mercedes, BMW, or Porsche are all globally popular German car brands. But the number of people using public transport here is rapidly increasing, especially in cities.
All right, let's jump in with a brief explanation about how the public transport system here actually works.
We have a subway system, an underground system, and trams and buses that drive on the street. They differ in speed and rail network.
The lack of ticket barriers here is confusing. It's a system of trust, but don't be a fool. Inspectors do occasionally walk around the trains to make sure that you've got a ticket, and it's a €60 fine if you don't, so not worth it. You can buy tickets through an app on your phone or in most stations around the city because there are ticket machines everywhere. It's different depending on which region you're traveling in Germany. Of course, it would be too easy for it to be the same everywhere.
Don't forget to stamp your ticket, otherwise it's not valid. There are different types of tickets depending on the zone, the number of people, and the stops you're travelling to.
For example, the short trip ticket, which is valid for 3 train stops, or
There's so many different options. Easy.
What types of transport there are also varies. In Berlin, we're spoiled for choice. But if you're living in rural Germany, then you might only have access to one bus line a day.
One bus stop.
By the way, public transport was invented in the US around 200 years ago. So-called trams ran through New York, but they were driven by horses. The first electric tram was invented in Germany in 1881.
Everything
At that time,
started
there
in
was already
Germany.
a subway system in London, which was a traditional steam locomotive.
Most people I know in Berlin don't have a car because it's so easy to travel by train, tram, or bus.
Wow.
Plus, if you're driving, you often get stuck in traffic. There are never enough parking spaces, and let's be honest, it's not great for the environment.
Wow.
Public transport is also the greenest way of moving along, besides your bike. Even buses are now being converted to electric. Emissions from the transportation sector have been growing over the past 30 years compared to other sectors, mainly by the usage of cars. Because of the climate crisis, attention is increasing and accessible transport solutions are emerging.
It's no excuse to use public transportation in Berlin. You can use it everywhere, every time.
This
if
is
it's so
Steffen
good, then why
Karsten,
not?
futurologist.
So how important is public transport for a German culture then?
Well, first of all, we are a car nation, you know? And so public transportation is trying hard and is fighting with full extent to get more important. And people nowadays understand that public transportation is inclusive, it's social, and it's sustainable.
Yes,
the idea of the European city is to be around in public space, and not
that is what
parking your
Europe we
private
know
car
of.
here for 23 hours. The city is about sitting in cafes and restaurants and talk to each other, debate the great discourses of our times. And public transportation is the enabler for this.
So is that maybe what we can expect to see in the future then, this kind of introduction of different types and modes of transport?
People are now trying to integrate new modes of transport into what is public transportation. If you take this scooter here, for example, this is part of public transportation today.
Wow.
This is something that is happening
but
right
it
now.
is of government
I'm very
only.
optimistic about the future of public transportation because it gets more modern.
Okay, now you know the basics about public transport in Germany, let's take it up a notch. These words will help you navigate transport in Germany.
Schienenersatzverkehr, rail replacement service. You'll hear this pretty often in Germany every time a train is broken or is being replaced by buses. Öffis, short for öffentlicher Nahverkehr, local public transport. Kind of cute, right? Plus, it's much easier to say.
Office.
Now it's time to meet the professionals, those who keep the whole bustling system moving.
I'm meeting Cinquetta Shirley Jones, who drives trains in Berlin, and she loves it.
Train driver.
Das erste Mal in den Tunnel reinfahren war eine ganz tolle Erfahrung in dieses Dunkle, überall ein paar Lichter, die Signale, die Geräusche von den Zügen. Also es ist schon ein tolles Gefühl, auf dem Bock dort zu sitzen und dann mit 70, sagen wir mal, ist bei uns die Höchstgeschwindigkeit, da durch den Tunnel zu fahren.
Wow, very nice.
Sehr angenehm, das ist sehr toll.
Macht schon Spaß.
Ja.
Aber gibt es auch dann Stress mit dem Job?
Das Nervigste ist, wenn die Fahrgäste die Türen aufhalten.
Das
Also wenn das
Holding
heißt,
Doors
zurückbleiben
open,
bitte, heißt es auch, zurückbleiben bitte, nicht nur einsteigen. Wir machen es ja nicht, um die Fahrgäste zu ärgern, wenn jemand zum Beispiel angerannt kommt und schließen die Türen. Geht darum, wir haben ja Fahrzeiten einzuhalten und wir Fahrer müssen am Endbahnhof vielleicht auch mal auf die Toilette und das sind dann die Minuten, die uns dann fehlen.
Wartest du dann manchmal auf manche Gäste?
Es kommt immer darauf an, wir haben ja Fahrzeiten, also wenn ich pünktlich bin, warte ich auch. Aber in einem 4-Minuten-Takt muss ich ehrlich sagen, meistens ist man nicht pünktlich und kann man leider nicht warten.
Oh. Wow. Germany is selling cars to
There
the world.
you have it, public transport in Germany.
The most shocking thing for me was that how her most of the friends were not having a car, because in India car is not just a means of transportation, it has also become a status of like a thing of status also.
Yeah.
Like I have a car, I have this big car, that car. But I like how Germany, a developed country, has just turned off their car mode and now they are like, we want to travel in buses, public, and because of that their cities are so pure and like you can just walk around and it's pure vibe. Also the thing is like the public transport is so like well connected, because of that most people feel like there is no need for all these things, and like no like autos or no taxis and less taxis, everything. So that is very, very nice.
Yeah, honest. And living in India, I feel I just hate to travel, in public transport, because it is not like Germany, and I just don't feel comfortable, and that is the reason, because the first factor is we are like overpopulated country, and even in that we don't have proper transportation systems. That's why everybody believes in we want to buy our personal car, and because of that increase a lot of pollution and the traffic too. So I really need some of the solution like from like Germany to India.
Actually, so what do you guys think about it? Do let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share, and
Subscribe.
bye.